Hey guys, Jonathan Mozart here for JMSports 100, and it is time for the June 26th edition, the Tuesday edition of JMSports Nightly. Um, I don't really know how to date this, so that's how I'm going to do it because, this is being recorded technically on June 27th, but we're talking about the stories from June 26th, so that's just how we're going to date this, I guess. We don't really have much to talk about. Not really much to provide commentary on today, so it could be a shorter episode. Just a couple of situation. There are just a couple of stories. Maybe more I'll elaborate on tomorrow. But before I get into that, I do want to say one quick thing. As far as the rest of this week, I don't quite know how it's going to go. JM Sports Nightly wise, there's this episode. Hoping to have an episode Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but no guarantees. Things are starting to rough up a little bit, so I don't know how that's going to go. Friday, I'm a little bit iffy as to whether I'm going to do an episode. It's my 21st birthday. Right now, I don't have plans, but that could change. Saturday, there will not be a JM Sports Nightly. That is a guarantee. I'm having a birthday party on Saturday, and I am going to, because I'm 21, obviously, I'm going to celebrate kind of hard, and I don't think it would be wise for me to get on cam. I make a big enough fool of myself talking sports sober. So there will be no JM Sports Nightly on Saturday. Don't know about Sunday yet. The NCAA brass has approved a 14 playoff for 2014, and it's scheduled to run through 2025. So there you go. I will say, I'll talk about it and explain it tomorrow, and maybe I'll go back and review what I'm about to say. I don't quite know yet how I'm going to feel about a college football playoff system. How do you guys feel about it? Do you guys feel it's the right thing to do, or do you think the BCS was okay? Personally, I think the BCS was okay. Granted, yeah, you got a lot of teams every now and then that were really left out of the mix that probably shouldn't have been. But really, I mean, for the most part, BCS did a pretty good job getting the national championship game right. Whether you liked it or not, the LSU-Alabama championship game rematch from earlier in the season, that was the right call. Not really necessarily the greatest game, but it was the best call. Those two definitely were the two best teams in the nation. So I don't quite know how this is going to work. I don't quite know what to think of it. So I'm gonna leave that part up to you. What do you guys think of it? Do you guys like to play? Do you guys like the idea of having a playoff system starting in 2014, or are you guys like, no, this isn't gonna work? What do you guys think? I'm interested to find out. So this is where I'll let you guys have some input. And really, you can put an input on anything that I say, whether you agree with it or not. One other thing. Two other things really for me to talk about. Not really much. Carmelo says his time to win a championship is coming. Is that true? I think Melo will win a championship with time. Is it going to be soon? I'm not sure. The Clippers have their eye on Lamar Odom. They've been talking to the Mavs about that. So we'll see how that one works out, and I'll maybe provide something on that when we get there. Like I said, not really a lot to talk about, so let's just jump right into baseball scores, shall we? Let's do that. LA Angels beating the Orioles today, 7-30. CJ Wilson gets his ninth win of the year, improves to 9-4. Brian Madish drops to 5-9. With the loss, the Yankees beat Cleveland 6-4. Phil Hughes gets the win, improves to 8-6. Chris Masterson drops to 4-7. Also, I haven't seen it yet, and I'll maybe go back and look at it. There was apparently the Yankees fooled the umpire on a dropped ball, so I'll have to go back and look at that. I actually just saw that after I started recording, so I don't really know what that was about, to be honest with you. Philadelphia beats Pittsburgh 5-4. Vance Worley gets the win, improves to 4-4. Eric Bedard drops to 4-8 with the loss. Boston beats Toronto 5-1. Taking the win in that game. Former Red Sox starter last year, I believe he started some games for them, Andrew Miller. He improved to 2-0. And taking the loss for Toronto and dropping to 2-2, Luis Perez. there you go. There was that for you. Atlanta beat Arizona in the Battle of the Hudsons. 8-1. Tim Hudson gets the win, improves to 8-3. Daniel Hudson 3-2 with the loss. Another heartbreaker in Cincinnati for Milwaukee as they continue to stumble. They can't put runs on the board. They did make a little bit of a comeback in the 8th inning. They were down 3-0, tied it up at 3, and then bottom of the inning, John Axford. I don't know what it is. Being a Brewer fan, I always felt comfortable when Axford was on the mound. I always took a deep breath. Now this year, you've got to kind of cringe. 4-3 Cincinnati wins off of a Drew Stubbs solo shot. The first pitch Axford threw in the game happened to be the loser, Brandon Marshall. Yeah, don't think so. Try again. Sean Marshall gets the win for the Reds. Improves to 2-2 on the year, or 2-3 on the year. John Axford drops to 1-5 with the loss. St. Louis beats Miami 5-2. Kyle Loesch gets the win and improves to 7-2 on the year. Carlos Zambrano drops to 4-6 as he takes the loss. 7-5, Texas beat Detroit. Yu Darvish gets the win, improves to 10-4. He fans 10 in the game. Drew Smiley takes the loss, falls to 2-3. The Cubs beat Mets 5-3. Dylan G takes the loss and drops to 5-6, getting the win for the Cubs. Scott Maine improves to 1-1 on the year. With the win there, Houston beats San Diego 5-3. Jordan Lyles gets the win and improves to 2-4. Kip Wells drops to 0-1 on the year. Kansas City beats Tampa Bay again 8-2. Bruce Chang gets the win, improves to 7-6, and taking the loss, Chris Archer falls to 0-2. Chicago White Sox beat the Minnesota Twins 3-2. Gavin Floyd gets the win and improves to 6-7. Liam Hendricks takes the loss. He falls to 0-5. Gio Gonzalez gets the win as the Nationals bats come alive against Colorado Rockies in a 12-5 win there, taking the loss as Gio Gonzalez improves to 10-3. Christian Frederick takes the loss for the Rockies and drops to 4-5. Seattle and Oakland. Seattle gets the 3-2 win, getting the win for the Mariners, especially in that game. There's Charlie Furbush. He improves to 4-1 on the year, and taking the loss for Oakland is Jim Miller, not the former Bears quarterback, at least I don't believe so, perhaps, doubt it. He falls to 2-1 on the year, and San Francisco beats the Dodgers 2-0. Ryan Vogelsong gets the win and improves to 7-3. Clayton Kershaw takes the loss and falls to 5-4. Alrighty, let's take a quick look at stuff for tomorrow. Milwaukee and Cincinnati are going to kick off the day bright and early at 11:30 a.m. Central Time. Zach Greinke on the mound going up against Homer Bailey. We'll see if Greinke can keep up his winning ways this year and he can continue to pitch well. He pitched excellent. An excellent 9 innings in his last outing. In a 10-inning win against the White Sox back on Friday. Cleveland and the New York Yankees, Ubaldo Jimenez, Andy Pettitte, going to be a good pitching matchup there. Pettitte has been pitching really, really, really well. A lot better than what I thought he was going to, coming in late like he did. Chicago White Sox and Minnesota, Chris Sale goes up against Nick Blackburn. Going to be a good pitching matchup there. My money would be on Sale, though, just by watching him pitch several times this year, and he has not failed. He has not failed to impress me one bit. Toronto goes up against Boston. John Lester will take the mound for Boston. Ricky Romero takes the mound for the Jays. Tampa Bay and Kansas City. Matt Moore goes up against Everett Teaford in that contest there. Next up, New York Mets, Chicago Cubs, Jonathan Neese and Jefferson Marja. Oakland and Seattle. Kevin Millwood goes for Seattle. Gerard Parker goes for the Athletics. And next up, we've got Chad Billingsley and Tim Lincecum in an LA Dodgers San Francisco Giant matchup. The Angels and the Orioles, Jerry Weaver and Justin Hamill. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, James McDonald goes for the Pirates. Raul Valdez goes for the Phils. Next up, we've got Arizona and Atlanta. Trevor Cahill goes up against Tommy Hanson. St. Louis and Miami. Anibal Sanchez goes for the Fish. Joe Kelly will go for the Redbirds. Detroit and Texas, Doug Fister and Roy Oswalt on ESPN, ESPN3, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, first pitch. San Diego and Houston, Clayton Richard and I just watched him pitch today, completely forgot his name. What the hell? Lucas Harrell will go for the Astros. And Washington and Colorado, Jordan Zimmerman, Josh Altman, the pitching matchup there. Alrighty, so guys, I have no idea, like I said, what the schedule's going to look like for the rest of the week for the JM Sports Nightly program. I do hope to be back tomorrow, but unsure, to be honest with you, at this point. I am John Limozette for JM Sports 100. This has been JM Sports Nightly, the Tuesday, June 26th edition. I will see you guys tomorrow, possibly. If not, I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Peace.